Can we have a round of applause as we welcome our esteemed chief guest, Professor Dr. S. Gauri, Vice Chancellor, University of Madras. Awoke to the dawn of independence, a group of visionary sisters in Chennai embarked on a mission to educate and empower Indian women, not only to take their rightful place in society, but to play their crucial role in propelling a young nation towards a better and brighter tomorrow. It was a mission fraught with many challenges, but they persevered. And today, Stella Maris sparkles with the brilliance of a sapphire, and the commitment to value-based quality education continues to be our hallmark, recognized and appreciated by all stakeholders. May I now request the audience to rise for the Tamil Thai Vartha. I request Dr. Sister Rosie Joseph, our dear principal, to welcome our chief guest and the gathering.
Good afternoon. I am delighted to welcome all of you to the inauguration of the Saphirus Cognitio Talk Series in commemoration of the 75th year of the founding of Stella Maris College. It is my honor and privilege to welcome Professor S. Gauri, Honorable Vice Chancellor, University of Madras, to our college. Thank you, sir, for taking time off from your busy schedule and consenting to deliver the inaugural talk on technology in higher education, the way forward. In recent years, higher education has been deeply impacted by rapid advances in technology. As we all know, the phenomena of globalization and digital transformation have changed the way we teach and the way students learn. The COVID-19 pandemic mandated the use of digital tools for online teaching and learning, and colleges and universities around the world continue to invest time and money to meet the growing educational needs of students and instructional needs of faculty to keep pace with rapid technological change. The use of ICT resources in education can help students prepare for a digital world and change them from being passive receivers to active participants in the learning process. While ICT tools are improving and growing in applications, the ultimate goal is to use them to improve the quality of the educational experience of students in our care. No longer can we, as educators, see the teaching learning process as confined to a physical classroom for a limited number of students and restricted by barriers of time. The learning options for students are limitless today. As Stella Maris approaches a milestone as a premier institution of higher education for women, I am grateful for the mercy of the Almighty who has brought this to pass. Our Jubilee celebrations symbolize the faithfulness of our founders' vision for the advancement and progress of women way back in the 19th century. I thank the Honorable Vice Chancellor for graciously accepting our invitation to speak on this occasion. We look forward to your address, sir. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Sister Principal, for your gracious words of welcome. Dr. Sister Rosie Joseph will felicitate our chief guest with a shawl and a memento. Patience, persistence, and perspiration make an unbeatable combination for success. This statement is best epitomized in the person of Professor Dr. S. Gowri, who by sheer dint of hard work has risen up the ladder of success in a remarkable manner. Despite his humble background, his motivation and love for learning led to an M.Tech in production engineering from IIT Madras, where he excelled, standing first in the order of merit. He went on to complete his PhD in precision machining of plasma sprayed ceramic coatings from IIT Madras, and later a postdoctoral fellowship from the School of Mechanical and Production Engineering at the Nanyang Technological University, Singapore. His professional career has been equally illustrious, with stints as an academician in several leading institutions, a research fellowship leading up to impressive research projects with globally known firms such as Sony Precision Engineering Corporation, Japan, Omega Gel Ophthalmic Lens Manufacturing Company, Sydney, Australia, Pratt & Whitney, the Boeing Aircraft Engine Manufacturers, USA. His research on micro-machining, hard ultra-precision grinding of optical disc for the semiconductor industry received an international patent. His leadership and vision was evident as the founding head of the Manufacturing Engineering Department at Anna University, where he was instrumental in setting up state-of-the-art advanced labs and several overseas sponsored projects such as Flextronics from USA and the European Union, the Nanotech Lab, and manufacturing labs through FIST by DST, to name a few. His panache for administration resulted in him being assigned many positions of responsibility, including that of Registrar of the Anna University and Director of the Educational Multimedia Research Center, which is one of the top-ranked EMRCs funded and regulated by the University Grants Commission. Professor Gowri has been instrumental in developing 7 MOOCs courses and DTH ETV modules on applied physics, Sanskrit, and several other subjects. Not only is he an academician par excellence, his passion has also led to the production of short films on subjects of social and cultural relevance. He is the recipient of many awards and accolades, and I shall highlight a few. The Outstanding Academic Award presented by the Indian Society for Technical Education, MHRD, Government of India. Professor Gowri has over 94 research papers which stand testimony to his research acumen. He has guided 14 PhD students and many undergraduate and postgraduate students in mechanical and manufacturing engineering. In August 2020, Professor Gowri took on the onerous responsibility as Vice Chancellor of the Madras University, which, as many of you must be aware, is one of the oldest universities in the country. We are indeed privileged to have such an accomplished person for the inaugural talk of the Saphirus Cognitio series, and I now request Professor Dr. S. Gowri to address the gathering on technology in higher education, the way forward. Can we welcome him with a round of applause once again?
Good evening. All glory to Almighty. எல்லா புகழும் இறைவனுக்கே. Reverend Dr. Sister Rosie Joseph, Principal of this wonderful institution, Madam Alia Fatma Sharif, President of the Student Union, and Vice Principals, faculty members, I'm a university representative from University of Madras, my one colleague, Professor Sudendran, who has come over here, and young student friends, press and media. It is a great pleasure really for me to address this wonderful program in this institute, Star of Seas, Star of Ocean. That means Stella Maris means, you know, it is a star of seas or ocean. And the star of all the women colleges in South India, I hope so, I think so. And the headship of Sister Rosie Joseph. And when she came with her vice principals to invite me, I was not readily accepting it because being a Monday is a very hectic day, beginning the first day of the week. Then I said, perhaps if you are really interested, you can shift over to 4 o'clock in the evening. But still I had a meeting with the Tanshe because I think in a day or two, all the principals will receive some invitation from University of Madras how to train certain teachers, assistant professors who are less than 10 years experience in order to get some training in the workshop which we are planning to organize, so that they'll be helpful to the students in order to face challenges, get jobs, and shape them suitable to the future. That just now the meeting was going on. In between I asked the principal, please, should excuse me, I may come half an hour late. She was happy, she readily accepted, yes sir, please come. That's why I didn't want to disappoint. One way I didn't want to disappoint myself. I'm really happy to always speak in, and don't mistake that I'm talking about religion. Any invitation comes from Catholic institution, I readily accept, because my schooling from first standard or off class to my PUC from Roman Catholic institution, that is one way I have been molded. That's why a way of thanking the God, I should readily accept it. But basically I'm a Hindu. I'm in friend circle, I'm a Muslim or Islam, like a lot of Muslim friends are there. So I value all the religion, because in Sivapuranam they say, Yegan Ariyegan Irevanadi Potri. That means God is one as well as in many forms. For me, Christ is Krishna, or Allah is on, something like that I used to have. So this is the message what I want to convey to you. It is interesting to note that the Saphirus Cognitio series has started today, and in the request I have come over here to happily inaugurate this, as well as the topic is much pertaining to my interest, technology in higher education, the way forward. What's technology, first of all, you should know. I was introduced as a technical person. I'm a mechanical engineering, specialized in manufacturing, in precision machining. We had taken up a lot of works, a lot of products. We got these intellectual rights, patenting. I got some 4 patents, like that products and everything. So the technology, engineering, technique, there are different terms those days. Engineering, technology is something, you develop some technique, something so that it be useful to the society or common person. If there is a problem, it should be able to solve it. It may not have science or formula or like that only principles. It may not have chemistry, it may not have physics, or it may not have mathematics. Nothing. Some problem, to solve it, the person that developed it. That is the technology. And if we have, based on that, using how we can use a science, scientific principles, mathematical formula, mathematical modeling, and applied and prove it, then it becomes whole engineering. Simple example I can say, today we have bicycle, circle, but in this old stone age, people didn't know circle. Just they took some bamboo stick or something and bend it to a circular form and put something, they just like rolled it. That is how the circle was developed. But no one knew that the formula for circle, the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, where the area is pi r squared, where the r is the radius of the circle. They didn't know at all. Even the person in the village making a bullock cart, they may not know at that time. But later, the formula, everything was developed, further research was going on. At that time, the application of this science, application of mathematics, application of applied science or other type of attitudes, economics, commerce, so many things, when it's get infused into technology, that becomes engineering. But today, both are synonymously used. They are not separate, because you get a degree in Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Science, another person gets the Bachelor of Technology in Information Technology, both are considered equal. So these two words are synonymously used, but however they have chosen the nice word technology, somewhat eye-catching. So the technology, what we need today is pertaining to higher education. But at the same time, you may think whether technology was not at all thought for education in those days. Yes, it was thought. Everything was thought with the use of technology. Higher education was developed. Some technological tools augmented or supported the explanation of a teacher in a classroom, especially when in engineering we used to have a subject called engineering graphics or engineering drawing. I understand this college has some drawing, something, fine arts.
Fine arts.
Huh?
Fine arts.
Yeah, fine arts. I think is the only college you have. The fine arts, like that we have engineering graphics. And to engineering graphics, there are different type of solid, like cylinder, cone, pyramid, like that we used to bring the three-dimensional views in the paper. But the teacher used to bring those models in the physical model and show this is a pyramid, this is a cylinder, or this is the trapezium, something like that they used to explain. So this is how they made that models, is using the technology. Simple wood or simple plastic. Like that the technology was continuously being used so that the teacher can explain, the student can easily understand. But today the technology has captured in a different way. That is what the technology today we need is the visual media technology. Visual media that captures, because I was introduced, when I was at the time of introduction, I was the director of Educational Multimedia Research Center, one of the 21 centers of UGC located at Anna University, where we were making only this on video lectures, video programs for the direct-to-home televisions or other type of massive open online courses where the teacher or the expert will go on give lectures and the student can listen to that. The expert may be from US or maybe from high-level institutions or maybe from IIT or IIC or still higher, who cannot come over here to your classroom, but still you can enjoy the expertise of the teacher. That is the advantage of this massive open online course in Swayam portal. If you log into the Swayam portal, Swayam of MHRD or Minister of Education, you will get a lot of such online videos totally free. Only thing you have to give your email and mobile phone, if at all, there is a registration. Then that will be a supporting tool for all the subjects. Whatever the subjects you want, there you can get it. So what I want to say is, this is one way of supporting you by this online program. So visual media, what you enjoy. And today, making our video is not that much difficult compared with those days. Even you have a very good mobile phone, you'll be able to make some videos or lectures, and you can. That was happening during this lockdown periods. You may remember lockdown period, there are a lot of online such programs were there, maybe Zoom or maybe Google Meet or so many things. But there were plus and minus advantages as well as disadvantages. Whenever I used to speak through online, when I start speaking, there are many other people will be speaking. I used to hear from the earphone. Sometimes even the dogs barking will be there, and in one audience or somebody, the person was in the house, she was in the house, a pet dog came to the table, and we could see that also. Like that, some interesting things also happened during this online Zoom meeting, something like that we used to say. It's a good thing. The Zoom is over almost, and the physical mode has started. This is what I want to say. Education can be classified into three. One is a formal education, another is a informal education, and third one is a non-formal education. When I was introduced, I think they started with my M.Tech as an IIT. It's a high level, but you see my history, the background. I came from a small village, a small hamlet, Maravamangalam, near Karaikudi, in south of Tamil Nadu, where in my village there were only about 21 houses, a lot of paddy fields, pools, lakes, temples, everything belonged to our family. And we didn't feel that we should go to a college. If you study the school, that is sufficient. Until my fifth standard, the English what I knew was 1, 2, 3 up to 10 and ABCD. Even the teacher also did not compel us we should study more. Because our family, our ancestors were freedom fighters. They were against Britishers, so we were against English. Why should we speak? Our great-grandparents fought with them, many of them were killed. So they had a sort of English phobia, we had it. My name is, before that I used to ask, anybody in my name here? Girls, student friends? Any Gauri? Oh, great, okay. My name is not Gauri at all. It is Gauri Vallabha Raja Durachingam. I hail from the freedom fighter family, and our great ancestor, great grandmother, Patiki Puti, she was the first Indian woman who fought against the Britishers. And in her name, with our family trust on the International Women's Day, our family trust installed an endowment to give prizes to the best girl students in the name of our great lady, Velunachia. And her husband, Gauri Vallabha Muthuvadanather. In the family like that, Gauri Vallabha Raja Rajeshwari was a family goddess. Even if you go to Sivagangai Palace, old palace, you can find the temple. Before they go to the war, they used to go and they pray like that. The first child of the family will bear the name Gauri. If it is a girl, Gauri only. If it is a boy, some more phrases or words will be there like that. I was supposed to be called as Durachingam. Because Durachingam was son of the freedom fighter Marudhu Pandya, who was sent to Penang as a punishment. But nobody called me Durai, or they would have called me Singham. At least today we say Singham 1, 2, 3 are coming in the movies. Nobody called, so it was Gauri, so it was stopped as a Gauri only. So we were in the very ordinary, but we had rich everything. But my grandmother used to insist on, at least you should go to college and study. In our family, I am the first generation graduate. I was not introduced. I was a first generation graduate. Engal Parambarayil எவரும் கல்லூரிக்கு போனதே இல்லை. என்ன பண்ணாங்க? They fought against வெள்ளையர்களுக்காக சண்டை போட்டாங்க. அவங்க போனப்புறம் அவங்களுக்குள்ளே சண்டை போட்டாங்க. Long back there was a movie where Ulaganayagan Kamalahaasan used to come at the climax. I don't want to tell the name of the movie, you can guess. The climax la ellam போட்டு சொல்வார். போங்கடா இந்த கத்தி வெட்டறிவா வீச்சறிவாளை தூக்கி போட்டு பிள்ளைகளை படிக்க வைங்கடா. So the dialogue may be written seeing our family like that. So we are the fighters like that. So when situation was like this, one day in the school where I was in a Catholic school, at the time I was 6th standard, a sister Philomena came. She came as a visitor. She was going to each class and asked, what do you want? What do you want to become like this? So like that they used to say. When it came to my class, I was 6th standard. But by that time, my teachers have scolded me to greater extent. You won't study. My grandmother used to come, whether my grandson will study. No, if he studied up to 8th standard, there is a miracle. Now, 8th class படிச்சாலே பெரிய அதிசயம். Afterwards, what to do? You ask him to put in the paddy field or anything, or go ask him to work in some shops. Ramali kadaiல வேலைக்கு சேர்த்து விடும். So she was worried, and this lady, her sister Philomena, came. You know what is Philomena? Philomena means a friend of strength. Philomena means friend of strength in Latin. So she gave me strength, that I used to say. Am I right, sister? Philomena means friend of strength. Am I right? Yeah. So she asked everyone, what do you want to become? One fellow said, I want to become engineer, doctor. One girl said, I will become a teacher, pilot, something. When my turn came, what do you want to become? What's your name, Gauri? What do you want to become? After 8th standard, I will stop schooling. I will go to a shop or somewhere I will work. That's all. Why? You don't want to become engineer, doctor, highest level? No, my teacher has said, education will come to me. I will not study. I am not capable of studying. எனக்கு படிப்பு வராது சொல்லிட்டாங்க, திட்டுனாங்க. So I ஹாப்பியாக இருக்கேன் நான் போகிறேன். But she didn't say anything. Sister did not say anything, she left. The next day morning, our headmaster Amalraj called me. Because he knows family, it's a small place. Even that school was in our ancestors' land. He called, he asked me, what did you say to sister? என்னடா சொன்ன சிஸ்டர்கிட்ட? சார் நீங்கள் தான் பொய் சொல்லக்கூடாது சொல்கிறீங்களா? உண்மையை சொன்னேன். 8th class மேலே படிக்கலைன்னு நம்ம இருதயராஜ் சொன்னார், ஜேசஸ் ஒருத்தர் திட்டினார், like that. Then she said, okay, sister said, I give you a choice. What choice? This narration going on Tamil, okay. What choice? If you study up to 8th standard, I will get a job in a big shop where you can go and work by making the packets or some பொட்டலம் போட்டு கொடுத்து வேலை பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கலாம். Okay, sister. எங்கே சிஸ்டர் திருச்சியாவது காரைக்குடியாவது. But I will give another choice. If you study up to 10th standard in good marks, I will get a job where you can sit by the side of the owner. முதலாளி பக்கத்தில் உட்காந்து சிட்ட போடலாம். You will be treated as on par with that owner. What do you want to become? I thought for a while, sister, I will study up to 10th standard. I will go for that. Like that, the sister left. Then he studied up to, on the day he went 6th standard, I remember evening he started opening the book first time in the evening and started writing like this. And that writing what I started, that what I studied on that day is still continuing. That is because of Sister Philomena. Until then I was not knowing what is rank. From 30th rank, 23rd, like that only get up. So 8th standard we passed. Then I had to go to the high school because I was in the middle school. I went to Amalraj sir. What do you want to become? You want to go to shop? No, I want to study 9th standard, 10th standard. Tell Philomena sister. Did she ask you? Yes, I met her. She asked about you. She's happy about your growth. I went and studied. 10th standard passed. Then 11th standard I studied. Then I went and came and asked, told Amalraj, very good Gauri, what do you want to become? Sir, I want to study PUC. At the time, no, +2 PUC. I want to go to college. Which college you want? My parents want I should study in a Catholic college, so I will go to Arulonandar College in Karamathur. Yes, I want to study there. It was funded by, it was managed by Jesuits, and I went there. Then at that time there were only 7 engineering colleges in the state. Now from Pundamalli to Porur, if you go, about 11 or 12 engineering colleges you find. I used to say, just to standing anywhere in Tamil Nadu, close your eyes, put a stone, it will fall in any campus of the engineering college. Like that only. So it was very difficult to get, especially the branch what you want to get. So I got a very good marks and I studied engineering. The second year I went, I heard that Amalraj was not well. I went and asked him, Guru, I am very happy you are doing this. Sir, how is your health? It's okay, I may die. Then I just asked, sir, did you meet Sister Philomena? Afterwards. Then he said, Gauri, on the day of 6th standard, you met Sister Philomena. Afterwards she left. But she never came back. She might have been teaching Holy Cross or might have been Calcutta something. Then he asked him, sir, he told me that every time sister asked me and sister blessed you like that. Yes, because he had a great faith in sister's words, as if he have seen God. So we don't want to disappoint you. But at the time when the sister Philomena left, she said one thing. This boy, the பையன் வந்து 8ஆம் கிளாஸ்ல நிறுத்த மாட்டான், 10ஆம் கிளாஸ்ல நிறுத்த மாட்டான், இன்னும் பெரிய படிப்பு படிச்செல்லாம் வருவான், இவனுக்காக நான் கர்த்தர்ட்ட இன்னைக்கு வேண்டிகிட்டே இருப்பேன். I will pray for him. So that's the thing made me to tell you that Sister Philomena is with you like this. So this is what I want to say, maybe out of this topic. கடவுள் எந்த வடிவில் வருவார் சொல்ல முடியாது, ஆனால் கடவுள் சில மனிதர்கள் வடிவில் வருவார்கள். So you should see them, you should follow their advice. This is the first thing, whether we use technology or something different. Now we'll come to the formal education is what we had in the school or the college. You teach, you learn, you write exams, get degrees, something. But informal, don't go to the school, you register, the parents may teach you, or sometimes you may learn on your own, or you may use some other tools. That's informal. Informal education was country. Then what is non-formal? That means without these two, if you use some platform, some other source, go to library on study room, something like that, it is a non-formal. That is what today online education, what we say today, today is a non-formal. During this lockdown period, people said it's a new normal education. But the new normal has become the regular normal. Now we are back to this. So at this stage, what we should do is make use of these visual media technologies, and especially the digital tools. The number of digital tools are used. And please remember, the digital technology cannot replace the teacher. I used to say always, Google cannot replace gurus. Teacher can never be replaced. But what it can do is, the technology can augment the teacher's skill, capabilities, as well as the students' learning. So today we mainly talk about the technology, even though, as I said earlier, the mechanical machining and making a model was a technology, but did not capture much. But today with the use of the ICT and the screens available and easy available softwares, easy access, the new developments, even if you take your mobile phone, I think at least one such product may be with you. We have more than 1 or 2 also. So this is a teaching material. That's why it's called smartphone. For me, the purpose of the phone is to communicate. But that means if I call somebody, I'll get the answer. If somebody calls, I will answer. But more than that, for me, the State Bank of India is here. Air India booking office here. Post office here. Insurance is here. Income tax is here. Your classroom is also here. That's why it's called the smartphone. But when you use a smartphone, how far? Or when you use a TV, or when you use a big screen, how far you can look into that? It will be boring. It's not like a continuous classroom teaching. That's why we used to tell, when the classes are open the 1st of March, the students were happily going to the school. And when kid returned from the school, the mother asked, "Baby, how was the school today?" Until then, we were in the online classes. Mom, I met my friends. They were wearing new dress, new chocolates, new snacks, and the teacher hugged them like that. Kids were, yes. You were happy? Yes, I'm very happy. I was happy. But mom, I had a problem. What problem did you have? The teacher was going on speaking. I didn't know how to mute her. Because until online, if you don't like, you can mute. Sometimes when you go for these lectures, we say, I used to speak, then the organizer say, "Sir, it is unmute." By mistake, somebody has muted something. Or if some noise is coming, the instruction is please mute all your, because by chance is speaking like this. So this was advantage what we had in online, but where the kid had the problem, she could not mute the teacher, she was continuously speaking like this. This is a new normal. So these are some disadvantages, but how long we can listen to video lectures? For that, today we talk about storyboard, a lecture or pedagogy. The teacher should have the pedagogy, that's what we are going to teach. The technology will help you a lot to improve your pedagogical skill. The pedagogy or teaching abilities, just like using the tools we can enhance. You may ask, your young girls may think, what is pedagogy? What is like the simple example I can say. Can I get some water, please? So what is this pedagogy of the teaching skills? A story. For example, all of you have seen movies. It's okay, anything you say. Hope you have seen movies, no? Cinema, film. Because why I'm saying the film is, I have taken with not only video documentary, I have produced, I was a director of a short film. We got award also. I didn't have that short film, otherwise would have asked to screen here later, okay. You know, you have seen cinema or film. The title, when there's going the name of the title, cinema padam, name will appear, then whether it's a hero, heroine name like this, at the end there will be story, screenplay, direction. Kadai, Tirakadai, Vasanam, Yakkam. So what is this Kadai, Tirakadai? Story and screenplay. That matters a lot. Story, the base story, maybe a triangle love. When Shekhar has fallen with the girl, and the parents were not willing, he comes to a city, and the girl came in search of him, and she faces some problem, finally got hold, and she get a job, they married, they become rich, finally the parents come and accept it. This is a normal story like this. Like that, there are many films have come. If you take a movie based on the story that Shekhar is from village coming like this means, the movie will not run for 2.5 hours. Even half an hour is a maximum. But 2.5 hours stretching means the screenplay is essential. Screenplay means how you are going to tell. First of all, you should describe about the Shekhar, this background, then where he meets a girl, and what are the difficulties when the girl comes in search of him to city. The first time she gets down in Coimbatore bus stand, she doesn't know where he is. He promised her that he will come by 6 o'clock, got up. He did not come. She is looking here and there. What will happen? The audience will be riveted to the seat. What is going to happen is a young lady, village lady. By the time there is another rowdy, the camera goes there, then we will be afraid what the rowdy is going to do this girl. Then the rowdy moves on here and there like that, then again the thrill is more. Then the fellow will come and pack the bag, by that time the hero will jump. And that is the usual one. So this is screenplay. How we make the incident interesting to the audience. The same thing is written for teachers also. How the story is given by University of Madras or by the Autonomous College, they film their own story, that's called syllabus. But from the syllabus, Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4, Unit 5, how the teacher handles that. You should not just go and read it. Previously there was a post reader in the university, now it has been abolished because people are just reading may be the reason. So how the teacher handles the story, how he explains from experience, from expertise, from reading many such books, acquiring knowledge from many other sources, and make an interesting delivery of lecture. That is a good screenplay. And for that, we should do editing. Because in a movie, I have taken a movie, short film. I told my students, these are the scenes like that. Then one fellow said, sir, I will do the editing. So using the iMac, FCP10, they did editing. Then they called me. When I went and said that, I was totally shocked. What are you going to say? Then I started putting the sequences one after another like that, then put in a proper logical sequence, acceptable manner, the film came. This is called editing. Editing is a stage where the real movie is produced. Like that, teacher is expected to do the editing of the lecture. So everything is possible with this digital technology, and the faculty members should make use of it so that the non-formal education using this ICT tools or digital tools, whatever we have, or sometimes you can make your own programming, Stella software, something like that, that can be exclusively used for your own syllabus so that it will be a sort of a real star of technology for this college. So with this, I'm very thankful to Sister Rosie Joseph for has given me the opportunity. And I'm sure that we'll make use of the technology using this visual media or the mass communication or anything. Lot of our, even my friend is using the camera. This camera is HD camera, I hope. Those days it was only SD camera, simple definition, standard definition. Now it is a high definition. Still there is ultra high definition. Or high dynamic range, HDR cameras are available. So with those facilities, you can record your teachings, do the editing, make it interesting with a lot of other practical examples as a video clippings, so that this technology can be used for the higher education, not only for the way forward, but still high forward. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Gauri, for that stimulating talk and for sharing snippets from your past. Your accomplishments are no doubt an inspiration for our young students. As you rightly pointed out, visual media and technology should be used to enhance the process of education. The floor is now open for an interactive session. So students, if you would like to interact, kindly raise your hands. The mic will be passed on to you. Is there anybody who would like to ask any question? Okay. Okay, can we have at least one question? Anyone? Yes, go ahead. Kindly introduce yourself before you ask the question.
Good evening, sir. My name is Sneha. I am from the Department of BCom Accounting and Finance. So you had mentioned the various forms of education, so like informal, formal and non-formal. So basically what's the difference between informal and non-formal forms of education, sir?
Yeah, good Sneha. I think there was a media person in your name. There was a cinema actress in your name, I remember. Yeah. I always love media because I came from media. Am I right? Okay. You asked about the difference between informal and non-formal. Formal and informal, as I told you, they were existing. Sit down, please. Formal, you go to school, study, or college, attend classes, periodical evaluation, get result, go to the next level like that. Informal, there were schemes in any country. The students who cannot go to school, the family may not be rich, the kid may be working somewhere or doing some job, or maybe somewhere else. So at that time, somebody will teach. They used to get materials, correspondence course, something like that, district education, adult education, something. The children, they will go for some tuition, something, they write the examination, just register. Sometimes those slow learners, or the students having some disabilities, mental disabilities, and they will be able to write the exams on their own. They cannot go and sit in the class along with the other students. It is in the college also. Here there is a provision in the city itself. Many colleges have. So that is called informal. They were in practice. But the non-formal, that means not combining this, not exactly this or that. Sometimes you can combine, sometimes you need not to combine. But with the use of your own support or with the use of some other tools, that is what we have, this computer, ICT, Swayam portal, or the online education, like what we have here, MOOCs. Government of India is giving MOOCs, massive open online course. I have produced 7 such MOOC courses. And the other way is called DTH, direct to home television. If you go home and tune if you have a dish antenna, you tune your TV to HD channels. There are about more than 37 HD channels, education channels are available. Direct to home television in Swayam Prabha, that's called television. You can tune your TV or ask your service provider, give me the HD channel, they will give. Channel number 1, 2, 3, different subjects, starting from facial makeup, dressing, cooking, Sanskrit, psychology, pottery, agriculture, like this. And channel number 10 is called Daksh. Why I am saying this is, when I was an education media director, the CAC of UGC gave some 7 channels to best performing EMRCs. There are EMRC, 21 EMRC. My EMRC was the best performing. I got the channel, that's called channel number 10. It is still in Anna University EMRC, you can watch. That deals with applied sciences. So these are the way by which you can enhance your knowledge, acquire more knowledge. Then if you want to write exam, you can go to a college. Or you can write online examination, you can do it through MOOCs. Or you can attend the MOOCs courses offered by any university. University of Madras is offering 4 MOOCs courses, which was produced by me when Anna University I was a director. One is on software engineering, another one is operating system, another is data structure, 4th is a database management. These I produced with the experts. See, these are available. Like the many universities are offering such courses, you can study that. So this become non-formal. During the lockdown, this non-formal was a new formal. No other go. Now we are back, so the non-formal has become part of the regular formal. That is called, people say, blended mode. That you can adopt. How is that explain? Good, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Do we have any other questions?
Should I give prize? Each question carries prize.
Yes, girls. Anyone else? Yes, sir. Okay, I think I can see a hand going up in the back.
Good evening, sir. I'm Matali. I'm from the BBA department. So I just want to know what makes you, how are you so grounded? So you've achieved so much and yet you're so grounded and you're very humble. And how do you do that, sir?
Check.
What's your name, my dear child? What's your name? Mithali. See, when I was a school student, I was much fascinated by, can I speak or not? I was much fascinated by all religions. Especially I was studying in a Catholic school, I used to go to church and clean everything, do like this. Please sit in. Because I am not a baptized Christian, so this, the holy blood of Jesus, that's called, communion will not be given. Remaining thing I used to do everything. Because that land was our grandparents. So at one stage, a new father came, he asked me, you are doing so many things, what's your name? Gauri. He called as a Gary. Then somebody said, no, he's a Hindu boy. Then I said, Father, I'm very much towards this, can I become a Christian? Then he told me, there is no need to become Christian. You be a Hindu. But if you are much attracted, much follower of Bible, you take the Bible in your heart. That's all. Whatever you say, humble or anything, still I feel the Bible is in my heart. not because of this institution like that. But I am humble in the sense, as long as things are moving well, I will be on the same way. But when there is something turning different way, then still we will be humble and direct them. But still something goes beyond. In administration, we have to take the whip, naturally. Don't expect I will be humble in all administrative activities also. But you are all young students, we should be humble, we should have the good practice, this is the way like that. But still, as you say, I love everybody. Humbleness is the greatness what any human being is supposed to have it, because I have been taught like that. But one thing, Mithili asked how I could rise to the level. That is the persistence. Persistence and endurance. Something which is not possible. I never thought, never even dreamt that I will become a vice chancellor in such a mega city, metro, never. But when you have the persistence and continuous dedication in any work, one day or some other day, you will get the reward. That will surely happen. Whether you have faith in God, whether you belong to the religion, no matter. It doesn't matter at all. If you are sincere in work, you are dedicated and do your works promptly and successfully, we come out, surely you will get the reward. May not be immediately, but one day you will get it. That will never go away from it. Thank you. I think the time does not permit, otherwise I can tell you a story about a girl, Nancy. You want? Is it okay? Time is there? Okay, I will tell you a story about a girl. I told you about Sister Philomena, who transformed my life. I told you about my grandmother, and there is another girl, Nancy. When you ask, sir, when did you meet? Where did you meet? No, I have never met her. I have never met her at all. I have heard about her. There was a small family in the New York outskirts. The husband and wife were discussing one evening. The husband was asking the wife, Mary, our only one son, Richard, is not well. He is very sick. Doctor says that he should undergo neurological surgery in the brain, surgery, so many things for which we don't have money at all. If you sell a small house, that's not sufficient. How to cure our son? How to give life to our son? Tell, my dear Mary. His wife was almost lamenting. Then she said, yes, we don't have money. Even you sell a small house, that is not sufficient. What to do? Only a miracle can cure our son. Only a miracle can cure our son. She had such a faith. That means that family, husband and wife, there is a son. He was not well. To do the surgery, they have to go to the hospital, no money. And this was overheard by a little girl, the Richard's sister, Nancy. And she overheard what the parents were telling. Then she went to her room and opened the purse or box where she has put coins. She opened, collected. She found that there were $11.20. She grabbed that money, $11.20, ran. Mom asked her, hey, Nancy, where are you going? Wait. She didn't tell. She went to the bazaar. There was a medical shop. She went and asked. It was a bit crowded. The shop fellow asked, yes, baby, what do you want? Uncle, take this $11.20. Yes, what do you want? Give me a miracle. What miracle? Miracle can never be sold. It should happen. No. You are telling lie. My mother said, she had such a faith in mother. Mother said, only miracle can cure my brother Richard. He is not well. Maybe miracle can never be sold. No medical shop is selling miracle. No, uncle. Give me a miracle. My mother never says lie. Give me a miracle. Then she thought you were demanding more money. Then I was told, I will give some more money tomorrow. Give me a miracle. Now itself I should cure my brother. Like that the conversation is going on. There was a well-dressed gentleman by the side. He was looking at the girl's attitude. Girl was repeatedly asking, give me a miracle. The fellow was saying no. He was again asking. The persistence. Then he went and talked to the baby. What do you want? uncle, my brother is not well. My mother says, no money, only miracle can cure. So I came to buy one tablet of miracle. This uncle is not selling. Please tell him to sell one miracle. No, baby, don't worry. Don't worry. Are you selling? Yes, I sell miracle. Come on, show me your house. Really, uncle, are you selling miracle? Yes, I will sell you. Will you cure my brother? Yes. She grabbed him to the house. She showed him to the mother. Mom, this uncle is selling miracle. She was shocked. Sir, don't mistake. This little girl doesn't know because of family problem we are telling. I was just telling from your mouth. I said, miracle can cure my son. Please don't mistake. This is the problem. We don't have money. We have to do surgery for my son. That's why I said miracle. Please excuse, sir. Then he said, no, madam. I give you miracle. How do you, sir? I am a surgeon. General pediatrician somewhere in the nearby hospital, he said like that. I am a surgeon in the hospital and we have a lot of charities. There are a lot of charities which will help the really deserving patients or deserving people who are suffering. Through that, charities will do the surgery. Really, sir? Will not charge any fee. No, the charity will take up surgery, but you have to pay me the fee. How much should I pay? $11.20. How do you come across, how do you decide? I was much attracted towards the persistence and the endurance of your daughter. That's why I'm doing it. Like that, the boy was taken to the hospital, surgery was carried out perfectly fine, very happy. One evening, over a cup of tea at the time, the mother was telling, miracle has cured my son. The girl said, yes, I paid $11.20. Like that, this $11.20, everyone have. That is a potential what you have. That's opportunity what you have. Sometimes it may click, sometimes it may not be immediately later, but what you are supposed to have is a continuous persistence, endurance, and trials after trials until you get successful. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, Professor Gauri, for those motivational words. I now invite Ms. Alia Fatima Sharif, the President of the Students' Union 2021-22, to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. On behalf of the Students' Union 21-22, I would like to take this opportunity to first thank the Almighty for all His blessings and guidance. We pray that His perpetual blessings never cease to shower upon each and every one of us gathered here. I would like to thank the respected principal, vice principals, deans, and all the faculty members for their continued support and guidance. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to Professor S. Gauri, Vice Chancellor, University of Madras, for taking time out for this enlightening talk. Thank you, sir. I would also like to thank Sister Hilda and team for their technical support. Lastly, I would like to thank the students here for attending and interacting in this session. Once again, thank you all. Kindly rise for the college song followed by the national anthem.